Good morning from Indonesia and welcome to race day here in Lombok. It's time for Asia Talent Cup race 2 of the weekend of the Indonesian Grand Prix. You can see from the blue skies, it's a beautiful day again here in Indonesia. 31 degrees air temperature already, and it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. Walked into the track at around about 8 a.m. this morning and already had a little bit of a sweat on walking to the media centre. That's how warm it is. It's going to be tough conditions once again for the riders out there in race 2. Beautiful oceans surrounding Indonesia, and it's all going swimmingly for the title leader, Veda Pratama. What a race we had yesterday in the Asia Talent Cup. We've had fantastic races all through the year, and yesterday didn't disappoint either. Veda Pratama versus Amon Odaki, one for the ages. Went down to the final lap, the final couple of corners, but in the end it was Veda Pratama, the pole sitter, who came out on top by a couple of tenths from Amon Odaki. They were 15 seconds clear of the chasing pack yesterday. Such was the dominance of Pratama and Odaki. An important race coming up in terms of the title race for sure. Of course, Pratama will be confident of repeating his race victory from yesterday on home soil in front of a bumper crowd already as well. I'm excited for this one, Fran. It's time to run through the starting grid. So it is Pratama on pole position from Ezawa and Odaki. Phuettisan, Mitani and Ogiwara is your row 2, and row 3 is the wildcard Almer from Nikolis and Takahira.
Wow, you went through that pretty quick, didn't you? Here we go then. Row 4 is Hafiy, Razyadan and Putra. And then we've got Wanmoon, Al-Sahouti, another rider looking for a bit more. Meilandri, Darwisy, Fadillah and Russo on row 6. I think I've done the same thing. Yeah, we're absolutely gassing through these.
Ramadhipa is another Indonesian wildcard starting on row 7, and that's disappeared very quickly indeed. So Chavan is P20, Gading is P21, Putra P22.
So yeah, our second Putra. There are 2 on the grid. We've got Adi Putra bringing up the rear, and then Farish Putra with a little bit more experience under his belt in 12th.
Coming up from race 2, and it was Pratama once again starting from pole position, and just like he did in race 1, got a perfect launch, grabbed the whole shot, but unlike race 1, no one really saw which way he went. The number 14 of Odaki got away decently and was up to second, passing Phuettisan, the number 20, down into turn 10 on the opening lap. Crashed down at turn 12, unfortunately, for one of the riders. Odaki was making his way up to second place and tried to get his head down, but the likes of Mitani was making life difficult. Odaki made a mistake. There it is. Well, just after at turn 16, that was Odaki coming out of turn 17, and unfortunately that cost Odaki any chance of going with Pratama like he did in race 1, and then it all came down to a fight for the podium places. That was the wildcard rider of Almer, unfortunately crashing out down at turn 1. An unfortunate end to a brilliant weekend for Almer. That's what happened to Takahira down at turn 16. A rider who, of course, was once in title contention, still might be, but he's got a long uphill climb to go to catch Veda Pratama. Pratama crossed the line to take victory, a double victory on home soil. What a weekend it has been for the number 7. This is what happened coming out the final corner. Odaki and Mitani going elbow to elbow, and it was the Japanese rider of Mitani beating his compatriot by 17 1/1000 of a second to claim the podiums. Odaki happy but a little bit disappointed with P3, but it is all about Veda Pratama in 2023. A perfect weekend on home soil. We will see you in Thailand.